After helping make NBA history by overcoming the largest halftime deficit ever in a Game 7 against none other than Nikola Jokic and the defending champion Denver Nuggets, Anthony Edwards was asked a difficult question.
If you were going to hand out a game ball for this effort,
but he knew his answer right away.
Who would get it?
Jaden McDaniels.
No question.
No question.
And based on the stats, Edwards was actually right. In this winner-take-all match, Jaden McDaniels led both teams in box plus minus. He was also just 0.3 points below Nikola Jokic and having the highest value over replacement player impact. But Anthony Edwards didn't know any of these stats at the moment of that question, and didn't see the box score until much later. So how did he know that Jaden McDaniels was the most important player on the floor? Let's find out by understanding exactly what he saw on the court. Out of 4 different elite skill sets that McDaniels showcased in this Game 7, we start with the one that makes him such a valuable playoff contributor, his great basketball IQ and awareness. Jaden McDaniels embraces the identity of a role player and knows exactly what his team needs from him on the offensive end. In this play, when Rudy Gobert is given the ball after having a mismatch against Jamal Murray, McDaniels shifts to the opposite side of the court in order to bring away a potential help defender in Michael Porter Jr. Gobert is then allowed to go to work on Murray, which gets him 2 free throws. McDaniels is also unselfish in the flow of an offense. After Anthony Edwards gets double-teamed, the ball gets swung around the perimeter and McDaniels gets the assist to a wide-open Conley for a corner three-pointer. But McDaniels was also able to showcase his basketball IQ on the defensive end. Here, Aaron Gordon brings up the ball, and Jokic sets an off-ball screen for Jamal Murray. And after Murray receives the handoff from Gordon, Gobert is forced to wall off Murray from an easy shot, which gives Gordon a free lane to the basket. But McDaniels is right on top of it, and charges in from the weak side help position to get a stifling block on what would have been an easy dunk for Aaron Gordon. McDaniels spent a lot of Game 7 and the series trying to bottle up Jamal Murray. Here, McDaniel navigates through 2 Aaron Gordon screens, a first going under, and then going over, both times denying Murray of any clean separation. Then when Murray makes his move to attack the rim, McDaniels uses his body not to foul, but to force Murray into Rudy Gobert's help defense, which results in a wild missed layup attempt by Murray. Even though Rudy Gobert won the Defensive Player of the Year award, McDaniels still acts as a leader on the defensive end. After McDaniels is screened by Jokic, he directs Karl-Anthony Towns to switch coverages and take Michael Porter. From there, McDaniels is able to stay in front of Jokic and use his length to make the lob pass to Aaron Gordon too high and uncatchable. McDaniels led both teams to defensive box plus minus, but during this Game 7 in which Timberwolves' leading scorer Anthony Edwards only shot for a poor 6 of 24 from the field.
6 for 24.
Jaden McDaniels' offensive output was just as crucial as his defense. One way in which McDaniels' offensive ability showed itself was in his underrated ability to use the open floor to attack space and closeouts. In this play, Edwards motions for McDaniels to relocate to the weak side corner. Meanwhile, Gobert sets a go screen and cuts to the basket while Mike Conley is doubled at the top of the key. Michael Porter has to worry about protecting the rim from Gobert, which makes the closeout space between him and McDaniels fairly large. McDaniels is able to take advantage of this and attacks MPJ, whose feet never get set, and McDaniels scores for the and one bucket. Later on, after a huge offensive rebound by McDaniels, he passes it to Edwards, who attacks the paint. McDaniels stays at the top of the key, which leaves him open for a potential kickout pass, which he gets. With everyone else collected in the paint, McDaniels is able to use his size mismatch to attack Murray in open space and scores a 2-point floater. But what was perhaps the most backbreaking skill of McDaniels that the Nuggets suffered was his elite 3-point shooting and absolute refusal to miss from the corner during this game. After the Timberwolves run a handoff pick and roll, McDaniels takes advantage of Caldwell Pope overhelping onto the rolling Kyle Anderson and relocates from the left wing into the corner. This makes the catch and shoot closeout much harder for KCP to reach, and McDaniels uses the extra time to hit the 3-pointer. Here, a tired Jokic tries to gamble a steal on an Edwards pick and roll, which causes Jokic and KCP to both be behind the play. Michael Porter is forced to leave McDaniels in the corner to protect the paint from a cutting Edwards, who is able to find McDaniels for a wide open corner 3. Sometimes being this wide open can psych players out, but not McDaniels. Here, he takes advantage of some terrible transition defense by Porter Jr., who, while being too focused on a charging Edwards, completely leaves his man even though Jokic has decent position. This overhelp lets Edwards make the pass to McDaniels, who knocks down his third triple of the night. And for his last factor, Jaden McDaniels possesses an intangible and unteachable quality that manifested itself beautifully in Game 7, which is his ability to translate his elite length and physicality into hustle and intensity on both sides of the floor. This took shape in him producing points off of offensive rebounds, gaining possessions by going after loose balls, and disrupting the comfortability of various Nuggets players. Jaden McDaniels plays with a cutthroat mentality, even when the game is already in hand, and embodies the kind of persistence that played a key part in Minnesota's relentless defensive identity and excellence. And in doing so, it sent the Timberwolves on a path towards legitimate championship contention to the Western Conference Finals, and is the true reason why in their Game 7 win over the Denver Nuggets, Anthony Edwards gave the game ball to Jaden McDaniels.
Jaden McDaniels. Put some respect on Jaden's name.